G'day YouTube. Please excuse me eating dehydrated pawpaw from a local fruit and veg place. Today is a rare day off. I say rare, it's not rare. Lately I've been working flat out, different companies, hospitality, Adelaide Oval, different hotels, wedding receptions, that sort of stuff. So it's good to just sit back and relax and engage in a bit of self-care, proper self-care, not this bath bombs and all that sort of stuff. So that's not really self-care at all. That's just a marketing exercise. Today I went and actually did some proper self-care. I went to my local shopping centre, I'm sitting at the front of my local library, which is not too far away. But I got myself a couple of these USB lightning cables, and I'm not paid to sponsor these. They were $12 each, and so far they're so good. Right, I've bought other cables that they talk about being tested and everything else, but these ones, like with the solid cable and all the rest of it, we bent it 10,000 times, and these are like a thin plastic, flexible, and so far this has been the best thing I've had, outside of having like an official Apple like lightning cable. So $12, Big W in Parabanks, 2 of them. Also bought a art pad, and it's just like a visual art diary, A5 size, and just plain paper. Excuse me again. But I paid, I think it was $15 for a course on how to make mini comics, and so far the first few steps are introducing yourself to the course, and the next step was to upload a portfolio of all your artwork, and I'm just like, no, I thought this was a beginner course, so I wasn't impressed by that. The next major step is just to make it a comic, which is what I was downloading the course to find out how to do properly. So we'll see how we go there. So that's what that's for. I've got plenty of visual art diaries and things at home that haven't been touched, but I thought with the blue cover I might trick myself into being able to do it. A 5-pack of socks. That might not seem like self-care, but all of my other pairs of socks have had holes in them from just doing all the walking I do. And I got myself one of these belts. These ones don't have a traditional buckle. You slide it in through here, and the teeth on here, I don't know if you can see that, the teeth on here connect like this. The previous belts that I've had, the cheaper ones, this is the cheapest one, sorry, this is $12 Australian dollars, right? All prices are in Australian money. And the little, got the belt buckle, but the little metal piece that goes into the belt notch and locks on the belt buckle kept falling out, and this was in like a day after I'd bought it. I also discovered you could tighten it by squeezing that little piece of metal, which works great until that piece of metal just falls apart and breaks in your hand. Then it's not so great. I saw a $4 belt, and I thought that was like one of the Big W brand belts that's obviously made in a sweatshop somewhere, and there's no way I could guarantee any real sort of quality. Even though it's cheap, those things will, and I can't vouch for the quality of it. I've never tried it, never bought it, but you think, well, it's only $4, but that $4 will accumulate if you have to keep replacing the belt. Hopefully this one will do okay. I've had one of these before, but they tend to crap out after a while too. But right now I'm just enjoying the late afternoon. Hope you're doing okay. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, but don't forget to put yourself first for a change. And it's not about the self-care stuff. Sometimes it's just answering the simple question, are your needs being met? That was for the thumbnail. And if the answer is yes, go right ahead, keep going. If the answer is no, then there's an opportunity for you to change things. But your needs, not necessarily your wants, your actual needs: roof over your head, electricity, food, water. In your relationships, do you have time and space for yourself? Are there proper boundaries? Do you have to set boundaries with your partner, even if you're married? You know, are your needs being met? Like, for example, the first thing that happens when you wake up in the morning, more often than not, you'll probably roll over, pick up your mobile device, right? That's not a need. It's a dopamine hit. Second thing after that is you get up out of bed, get rid of any excess fluids, eat something, shower. Those are your needs. And you do these things automatically because you're putting yourself first. But when it comes to, say, things like finances, job satisfaction, relationship health, we tend to put these things on the back burner. And it's scary when you have to pivot. It's scary when you have to find other jobs. I applied for a job yesterday for today, and it was knocked back in favour of somebody else. But that wasn't, I don't think that was because of the guy that owns the company. What he's done is he's taken on board more supervisors so that he doesn't have to take over the nitty gritty. And one of those supervisors doesn't like me because he is a control freak and a bit of a crazy person, and I picked up on it straight away. But I was polite to a point until he turned on me, and then I put my needs first and started to assert myself. Well, they don't like that. So they probably won't have me working in the warehouse, but they will obviously have me out doing the marquee building and taking down, because nobody else wants to do that. But yeah, too many chiefs, not enough Indians. That's an old story, isn't it? But I hope you're doing well. Thank you for watching this far in the video. And I think the code word might be the word lightning. That's just for those people that have watched this far. It lets me know who's watching. And I know some people don't feel comfortable with the code words. It's just a habit that I got into with my podcast, which was 30 minutes long. And with the average view time, it's hard to gauge who watches what and whatever. And unlike a lot of people who are relatively new to YouTube and they're focused only on the money and the grifting people and all that sort of stuff, my focus is on the returning viewers. I want people to come back and know that they will either learn something or have a bit of an insight into my life, or an insight into their own lives by reflecting on what I'm saying, maybe implementing different things, like, for example, putting yourself first for a change, or just generally being kind to yourself. You know, going for a walk after dinner tonight. Eating something healthy for a change. Slowing down. Eating a few more vegetables, or going to a doctor, listening to your doctor, taking your medication, doing what's right. And I'll do another video on that. I just thought while I'm here relaxing, I can just let the camera run. You know, people complain about the easy mode video, and all I've done is set this up with a tripod. Got the lavalier mic plugged in. Got my raw pawpaw, and not raw. It was dehydrated, and just hit record, and then started talking for 11 minutes. Anyway, the code phrase is lightning, and now that I know how to do the end screens properly, there's a video here and here. Bye for now. Catch you in the next video.